All right, thank you all for joining us. We are going to call the meeting to order at 5 p.m. This is the regular meeting of the Santa Clara Unified School District Board of Trustees. They do roll call. We have two trustees remote this evening. Pursuant to Government Code Section 54950 of the Brown Act, Trustee Fairchild has notified the superintendent that she has an emergency that requires her to participate in tonight's board meeting via virtual platform. And Dr. Ryan, remote, was noted on the agenda. Okay, roll. Trustee Canova.
Here.
Trustee, hold on a second. Trustee Fairchild.
Here.
Trustee Muirhead is absent. Trustee Rotterman.
Here.
Trustee Ryan. Oh. Okay, she's absent right now. Trustee Watchanabe. Here. Trustee Suresh. And I am here. Okay. May I please have the introduction of the interpreter?
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Katherine Hertel, mi compañera Angélica Benítez y yo vamos a ser las intérpretes en español esta noche. Bienvenidos a la reunión de la mesa directiva del Distrito Escolar Unificado de Santa Clara. Esta reunión está siendo transmitida en el canal de español de Zoom. Para escuchar esta sesión en español, oprima el botón que dice Interpretación en su pantalla y seleccione el lenguaje de español. En este menú también puede seleccionar la opción de silenciar el audio original en inglés. Gracias.
President.
Yes.
You.
Trustee Rotterman.
Thank you very much. Just a procedural question. Should we not be hearing the introduction of the interpreter in case there's someone in the room that needs interpretation? And then they'll have the instructions.
It's a good question. Okay.
We just no.
Yes. Okay. All right. So before, oh wait, no, we have to do pledge. Trustee Rotterman. Okay.
Here.
District mission, vision statements are the mission of Santa Clara Unified School District is to provide equitable, engaging, and innovative educational experiences so that each student thrives in a global society. The vision of Santa Clara Unified is that our graduates are resilient, future-ready, lifelong learners who think critically, solve problems collaboratively, and are prepared to thrive in a global society. Santa Clara Unified School District acknowledges that our schools are on the traditional lands of the Tamiyan Nation, the Aboriginal American Indian tribe of Santa Clara Valley. We pay respect and thanks to their people, both past and present. Okay, before I ask for a motion for the agenda, we need to pull, I was just told we're pulling K1, Dr. Gonzalez. Okay, so we are pulling action item K1, which is the appointment of the interim vice principal at Wilcox High School. From the item, where are the board policies? I'm missing it. Where are the board policies?
They're N1.
Oh, okay, N1. I am going to pull item one of the policies because it needs to go back to policy committee to review the language. It is, bear with me, I apologize. We need to pull BP 4158 and send it back to policy committee. So that will not be included in the resolution to approve on the approval of the minute of the board policies. And then we need to pull the minutes from August 28th, 2025. They need to be corrected. Are we correcting them on the dais? Okay. So when we get to H1, we will do H1 separately and not do all of them together. Because we need to amend the August 28th minutes.
Okay. So I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the changes that the item K1 is removed under item N1 BP 4158 is removed. And that we will, under consent item, pull one of those items, H1, and put it in as an action item as I0.
I0, okay. K1 was pulled. Okay, I have a motion from trustee Rotterman. Could I get a second? Second Watanabe? Okay. Okay, I have a motion and a second. Student trustee Suresh? Trustee Canova?
Yes.
Trustee Fairchild?
Yes.
Trustee Muirhead? Trustee Ryan is absent. Trustee Watanabe?
Yes.
And I vote yes. So that passes 6-0.
I also vote yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Trustee Rotterman. I'm still thrown off by having to ask Natalie to vote first. Okay.
It's Michelle Ryan that threw you off.
Yes, because she is absent. Okay, so that passes 6-0 with trustee Ryan absent and student trustee Suresh voting yes. Okay. Now, guidelines and policy for public comment. Our civility policy is board policy 1313. This policy is intended to promote mutual respect, civility, and orderly conduct among district employees, parents, and the public. This policy is not intended to deprive any person of his or her right to freedom of expression, but only to maintain, to the extent possible and reasonable, a safe, harassment-free workplace for our students and staff. In the interest of presenting district employees as positive role models to the children of this district as well as the community, SCUSD encourages positive communication and discourages volatile, hostile, or aggressive actions. The district seeks public cooperation with this endeavor. The board understands that the First Amendment provides strong protections for speech. However, the board expects that all speech and expression will comport with norms of civil behavior on district grounds, in district facilities, during district activities or events, and in the use of district electronic digital systems and platforms. Okay. Is there any public comment on closed session items? I have no slips. Okay. Is there anyone on the Zoom? No. Okay. All right. So we'll close public comment on closed session agenda items. So the board will now move into closed session. In closed session, the board will be considering the following: B1, conference with legal counsel, conference with pending litigation, government code section 54956.9D2, one case, special education claim, student name withheld to protect confidentiality, number 100925NN2. B2, public employee, oh no, we're pulling that item as it relates to item K1. Oh, we didn't pull it. Okay. Public employee appointment, government code section 54957.6, management position, interim vice principal, Wilcox High School. B3, public employee discipline, dismissal, release, government code section 54957 and 54954.5E. B4, conference with labor negotiators, government code sections 54957.6 and 54954F. Agency representatives, Damon Wright, Superintendent, Jose Gonzalez, Assistant Superintendent, Human Resources, and Mark Shield, Deputy Superintendent, Chief Business Official. Employee organizations, UTSC, CSEA, AFT, and unrepresented employees. B5, conference with real property negotiators, government code section 54956.8. Property, Santa Clara Parents Nursery School, 471 Monroe Street, Santa Clara, California, 95050. Agency negotiator Damon Wright, Superintendent, and Mark Shield, Deputy Superintendent, Chief Business Official. Negotiating party, Santa Clara Parents Nursery School, under negotiation, terms of agreement. B6, conference with real property negotiators, Government Code Section 54956.8, property Curtis Site, 3450 Brookdale Drive, Santa Clara, California, 95051. Agency negotiator Damon Wright, Superintendent, and Mark Shield, Deputy Superintendent, Chief Business Official. Negotiating party, the University of California Regents for the Homesteaders 4-H Club, under negotiation, terms of agreement. B7, conference with real property negotiators, Government Code Section 54956.8, property McDonald High School, 3588 Zanker Road, San Jose, California, 95134. Agent negotiator Damon Wright, Superintendent, and Mark Shield, Deputy Superintendent, Chief Business Official. Negotiating party Olmsted Productions Incorporated, DBA E2K, under negotiation, terms of agreement. The board anticipates being in closed session approximately 90 minutes. Thank you.
Ya tengo mi enlace correcto, así que ya no, porque ya cuando me meto ya no sale tu nombre. Un tiempo me salía Verónica, luego me salías tú. It's closed session, still. What? It's closed session.
May I please have the introduction of our interpreter?
Good evening, board. Mi nombre es Angélica Benítez, mi compañera Catherine Hurdle y yo vamos a ser las intérpretes en español de esta noche. Bienvenidos a la reunión de la mesa directiva. Esta reunión está siendo transmitida en el canal en español de Zoom. Para escuchar esta sesión en español, oprima el botón que dice interpretación en su pantalla y selecciona el lenguaje de español. En ese menú también podrá seleccionar la opción de silenciar el audio original en inglés. Thank you.
Thank you. And before I continue, I just wanted to clarify, I misspoke earlier for trustee Fairchild. She is utilizing her ADA exemption for her use for being online on Zoom for this meeting. She is not using one of her personal exemptions. Okay. Okay, now for our report from closed session. For item B1, number 100925NN2, a majority of the board in closed session voted 7-0. The board unanimously voted to approve a compromise agreement with parents of a student to resolve potential and threatened claims against the district in exchange for funding in an amount that exceeds $100,000 for students' private placement and services for the 2024-2025 and 2025-2026 school years and related attorney's fees. Motion by Board Member Watanabe and seconded by Board Member Routerman. The roll call vote passed by a vote of 7-0. Jim Canova was yes. Vicky Fairchild, yes. Bonnie Lieberman, yes. Jody Muirhead, yes. Andy Rotterman, yes. Michelle Ryan, yes. Kathy Watanabe, yes. For item B2, the board received information. For item B3, the board received information. Item B4, the board received information and gave direction. Item B5, the board received information and gave direction. Item B6, the board received information and gave direction. And item B7, the board received information and gave direction. Okay, we'll now move on to our report from our superintendent, Dr. Wright.
All right, good evening. You know, as school leaders, is my mic on okay? As school leaders, it's important that we're visible, that we're visiting classrooms, watching and engaging instruction, engaging with our students. As I say, it's pretty difficult to coach a team if you're not at the venue watching a performance. And I had the opportunity to go to both Don Calajan and Milliken since our last board meeting, and I want to commend our principals there. Tony Alberts, he has a mobile office, and every morning we walked the campus. We went into every single classroom and engaged with teachers and students. So I just want to commend him for being visible and getting into classrooms. And I also visited Milliken, and Bob Moss and I, we went to every classroom as well. And he said that's his morning practice. So I just wanted to acknowledge them for being visible and interacting with teachers and students. As a district, we've been talking about formalizing our learning walks. I know this is something that we've done in the past, and this is something that we're looking to re-implement in our organization. On Tuesday the 16th, we have an MTSS committee that's working on Tier 1 instruction. And as part of that group, they'll be visiting classrooms for 4 hours on Tuesday the 16th to launch that program and take a look at high leverage strategies. It's going to really help move instruction forward. I have the opportunity to engage in a field trip opportunity tomorrow with the 49ers. Excited about it's the home and away program over at Levi Stadium. It's for our K-8 STEAM program. When I saw the invite, you're combining football and STEAM. I couldn't turn that down. Those are two of my favorite things. So I'm looking forward to visiting that program in the morning. Over the weekend, I had an opportunity to participate in a Parade of Champions. Again, another outstanding event in Santa Clara. Again, I didn't realize it was as big as it was going to be. Community came out, weather was great, and it was nice engaging with folks at the Parade of Champions. Tomorrow night is the Farm to Table event put on by the Santa Clara Education Foundation, and I'm looking forward to attending that event as well. This week, we had an opportunity as part of the 100-day input sessions. We hosted 2 events for our Spanish-speaking community. We had one on Tuesday, October 7th, right here in the boardroom, and then we had one that was virtual last night. The virtual session was well attended. I was pretty impressed with the conversations that we were having, and there is an interest for continuing those sort of meetings, community engagement with the folks that were attending. So we're looking forward to expanding that. Calendar committee. We've sent out several surveys regarding the calendar committee. The survey's open till October 17th. I want to encourage you, if you have not yet, please fill out the survey. There's a conversation about an October break, which has implications on when the school year will start, or where do we find the additional days to facilitate that October break. We've gotten a tremendous amount of feedback, but we just wanted to keep the survey open till the 17th to give parents and our students more additional opportunities to participate so we can get your input. On September 30th, we held a special board meeting and we discussed right sizing the school district. And if you haven't had the opportunity to watch that board meeting, I do want to encourage you to do so. We reviewed enrollment data, historical enrollment data. We went over financial reports. There was a lot of data that really gave us some direction on how we will approach this process moving forward. We were able to finalize the lens that we will use to address this process. That's students first, equity-driven decision-making, looking at the whole child wellness and a focus on safety. We're going to run a transparent process, and we're going to make sure that our operational and financial efficiency is factored into the decision-making. And during that conversation, our board also gave us 2 additional perspectives to consider. Best practices. What does it look like? What are other school districts in our county and in the Bay Area? What are they doing, and how will our practices or the decisions that we're considering compared to those districts? And also ROI, our return on investment, taking a look at our programs and identifying the programs that are doing great things for students and continuing those and having conversations about some other programs that we may need to reallocate some funding. This is going to be a very transparent process. We have a community forum that's scheduled on October 22nd at 6 p.m. at Santa Clara High School in the theater. We want to encourage the community to come out. We're also in the process of scheduling a meeting for staff as well. So lots of discussion to come, and I look forward to engaging with you and the community. And that's all I have for this evening.
Okay, we do not have our student from Wilcox tonight, so we will not be hearing from our student senator. We will be having a report at our second meeting in October, correct? Okay, so now we'll move on to our reports from our union presidents. Ms. Wysocki.
Good evening, President Lieberman, trustees, student trustees Suresh, Dr. Wright, and Ms. Burrell. I heard a rumor that members of one of our local professional sports teams made a surprise visit to one of our elementary schools this week. I've been sworn to secrecy, so I cannot tell you which team or which school, but I can share with you that the students enjoyed the visit almost as much as the teachers. October has been a long month, and today is only the 9th day. While there is excitement for fall sports and for homecoming activities, teachers are fatigued. Most of our elementary teachers just finished their parent conferences, and our secondary teachers are working on their grading and report cards. Our level of tiredness makes it hard to get through the work. It takes us long, by evidence that I can't speak. It takes us longer to problem solve, and big sweeping changes to our system are even more challenging to embrace. As we move forward to right-sizing the district, we ask that it be communicated clearly and often. Teachers need the time and the opportunity to make sense of the district budget as right-sizing conversations takes place, so decisions are comprehensible. I also ask our teachers to take the time to review and reflect on the district budget so we better understand the big picture. This knowledge will help us ask informed questions about both the budget and the anticipated financial changes facing us in the future. Well, facing us right now. A 5-month rollout for system-wide change is very fast, especially when you consider there are 4 weeks worth of vacation contained in those 5 months. UTSC requests transparency, clear communication, and collaboration in the hard conversations and decisions to be made. And we request to be involved at the earliest opportunities and in the earliest conversations. This concludes my UTSC report. Thank you.
Thank you. Is someone here from, okay, all right. Okay, we will move now to public comment on unagendized items. I'll read our civility policy again before we do that. Our board policy 1313 is our civility policy. This policy is intended to promote mutual respect, civility, and orderly conduct among district employees, parents, and the public. This policy is not intended to deprive any person of his or her right to freedom of expression, but only to maintain, to the extent possible and reasonable, a safe harassment-free workplace for our students and staff. In the interest of presenting district employees as positive role models to the children of this district, as well as the community, SCUSD encourages positive communication and discourages volatile, hostile, or aggressive actions. The district seeks public cooperation with this endeavor. The board understands that the First Amendment provides strong protection for speech. However, the board expects that all speech and expression will comport with norms of civil behavior on district grounds, in district facilities, during district activities or events, and in the use of district electronic digital systems and platforms. So you'll have 2 minutes to speak. You can come up to the podium and press the button. The light will turn green around the bottom of the microphone. You can follow right up there. And my first speaker is Karen Lynn. Karen or Lynn? Oh, okay. Then let's wait till I close the room. Okay, so then our next speaker is Maria Kinkin-Brock.
Okay, today, yes. Today, our governor signed Assembly Bill 1454, and that is a really good thing for the state of California and begins to catch us up to other states in the United States in terms of teaching reading more effectively. And it's something to keep in mind even while right sizing is going on. That bill is going to do a lot for giving suggestions for curriculum. And I think that our school district is ready to follow those suggestions. It's going to focus on teaching leaders about reading because they can't do an effective job of walking through classrooms and looking unless they know what to look for. It'll do several things. There's an opportunity for people who are interested to come to a virtual summit October 30th, in which Kareem Weaver of Fulcrum in Oakland and the movie The Right to Read will speak, as well as Marianne Wolf, the neuroscientist I've spoken about over the years. It's an opportunity to find out what are the best practices that have been effective in other districts as this district thinks about what to keep and what to change. So I hope that some of you will be listening October 30th. It's the California, what's it called? I think the California Reading Summit 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the room that would like to speak to unagendized comment? No? Okay. In the Zoom, please.
Thank you. For the members of the public attending through the Zoom webinar who would like to speak, please use Zoom's raised hand tool. Public speakers will be called upon in the order that the hands were raised. There will be a 2-minute timer on the screen, similar to the one we have in the boardroom, to help you moderate your comments. To ensure everyone has the same amount of speaking time, we will have to move on to the next commenter after 2 minutes. When your name is called, you will be prompted by Zoom to unmute. Our first commenter is Karen Lynn. Karen, please wait, hold on 1 second. We're going to be unmuting you. Thank you. You
right.
should be you should be able to speak now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to thank the school board for the meeting on October 6th about the transfer of New Valley High School to the Wilson Adult Alternative School. There was a fabulous turnout. And that's why I want to briefly mention 4 numbers: 502, 232, 100, and 0. There are 502 people that have signed a neighborhood petition to save the green space surrounding Wilson. And of that, 232 people, and counting daily, within the past week have signed that alone. Many of those people did not know about the transfer of New Valley High School to Wilson. Over 100 of those concerned residents turned out at the meeting on October 6th. It was hard for several of the attendees to see the plans or hear the details, and there was no opportunity for an open forum to offer feedback like the flyer from the school board said would be offered. I'm urging and requesting the school board to have a follow-up meeting as soon as possible, preferably an open forum to get additional feedback from the neighborhood. It's in the interest of the students to get the best education possible, and community support is an essential element of that. The Wilson Field is filled with part of what SCUSD prides itself on: a lifelong learner of all different types of backgrounds engaging in sports, nature, and appreciating the historic space and trees. This is a safe space that should remain that way. So by creating plans that account for traffic, noise control, and safety integrity for attendees of Wilson and New Valley and neighbors, this allows everyone to be mindful of the residents as well as the students. And I'll close on this: 0 of this can be achieved without open communication and transparency between the school board, the neighborhood, and the surrounding Wilson Alternative School attendees and programs. Please do not set the scale at 0, risking the education of students and adults. Set up an open forum to help everybody learn and share. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comment. That's all that we have in the Zoom.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll close public comment on unagendized items. And we will move now to. Yeah.
In response to the caller, I'm wondering, dependent on if anything I'm saying about the ad, or because we can't respond directly to.
Yeah, we did have a meeting to discuss, and there was an interest in having another forum, and we do have one on the calendar that will be communicated out very shortly. So we do have a community forum that's planned within the next couple of months. I believe it's the first week of November. November 3rd, I believe.
It's tentatively scheduled for November 3rd. We're trying to finalize the location of the meeting. It will be a final opportunity to have another round of a community forum to hear concerns and also share potential updated plans, updated considerations, and answer questions.
Thank you. Okay. We'll move now to consent items, human resources. Item G1 is the personnel summary.
Motion to approve, Rotterman.
We have a motion and a second. We have 2 trustees online, so all of our votes tonight will be roll call. Trustee Canova, trustee Fairchild,
Yes.
trustee Muirhead, trustee Rotterman,
Yes.
trustee Ryan,
Yes.
trustee Watanabe.
Yes.
And I vote yes, that passes 7-0. Our other consent items, H1 is the August 20th, 2025 regular board meeting minutes. Those need to be amended to correct
It can be
the,
handled separately, I
It would be
believe.
handled separately.
I know I'm pulling it as H1.
Oh, you're gonna do it first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pulling it, yeah, we pulled it, yes, so we're gonna handle that separately.
Okay,
Fine.
and before we handle it, I also need to handle separately H2 and H3.
Okay, so let us do one first. Okay, so H1, the vote on, let's have Superintendent Wright, please explain the change.
Yeah, it's my understanding that we have a typo in the meeting notes. It indicates that the vote was at 7-0 when in fact it was at 6-1. Back from our board meeting when we were hearing the appeal for an employee.
Motion to approve with the amendment?
Sorry, to clarify, it actually said 6-0 and it should be corrected to say 6-1.
Okay.
Motion to approve with that correction?
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Student trustee Suresh? Trustee Canova?
Yes.
Trustee Fairchild?
Yes.
Trustee Muirhead? Trustee Rotterman?
Yes.
Trustee Ryan?
Yes.
Trustee Watanabe?
Yes.
And I vote yes, that passes 7-0 with student trustee Suresh also voting yes. H2, the September 25th, 2025 regular board meeting minutes. Trustee Muirhead.
So that item actually has one of the September 30th minutes attached to it, not the September 25th. So I'd like to pull this item for a future.
Okay, so we will pull H2 and attach, bring that back at the second October meeting. Sure. H3, September 30th, 2025 special board meeting minutes study session. Trustee Muirhead.
So when I was reading this, there's a section where we were talking about the principles that we were going to follow, but it referenced 4 principles spelled PALS, meaning 4 of our school principles. So it was confusing to me because you know the distinction between those 2 words. So it's just a typo. They meant principles spelled PRINCIPLES, but I didn't want it to go through with it wrong. I think that there were people in the room.
Motion to approve with the correct spelling? Rotterman?
Second, Mary.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Student trustee Suresh. Trustee Canova.
Yes.
Trustee Fairchild.
Yes.
Trustee Muirhead.
Yes.
Trustee Rotterman.
Yes.
Trustee Ryan.
Yes.
Trustee Watanabe.
Yes.
And I vote yes, that passes 7-0 with student trustee Suresh also voting yes. H4, September 30th, 2025 special board meeting minutes, 5:30 PM start time.
Motion to approve.
I'm just gonna do it. It's just one.
Can I just make a motion to approve H4 through H14? Rotterman?
Second.
Okay. Okay, student trustee Suresh. Trustee Canova. Trustee Fairchild.
Yes.
Trustee Muirhead.
Yes.
Trustee Rotterman.
Yes.
Trustee Ryan.
Yes.
Trustee Watanabe.
Yes.
And I vote yes, that passes 7-0 with student trustee Suresh also voting yes. Okay. Item I1, board member committee assignment, special education, parent education engagement committee. So this is here because we need to populate the committee with a board member. I have interest from trustee Fairchild and trustee Muirhead. I don't know if any other board members are interested in serving on the committee.
I would also be interested. I didn't see a request. I didn't know we were supposed to make a request, but having served on it before
Fine.
and as the parent of a student, students who have had special needs, I would be interested.
Okay, so we have 3 trustees who are interested. I guess we go one by one and see who gets put on the committee.
Can I ask if it's possible to put 2?
We can put 2, but not 3.
Since there's such a. And I also had child. I've attended these meetings in the past related to my own child.
Do we draw straws? Yes, I'm only half.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
It has to be a public.
Can we do it
vote.
as a rotation, like we do PTA? Maybe the 3. So we have 2 and an alternate.
Sure.
Can I speak?
Yeah, I can't see I can't see if your hand is raised, so.
Sorry, I never turn on my video because I just don't. I am okay with Trustee Ryan and Trustee Muirhead being on the committee and not myself. Part of this work is going to be planning the events, and so I don't want it to be a rotation. So I'm just happy to step back and let them take the lead.
Okay. Thank you, Trustee Fairchild.
With that, I'd like to make a motion.
Okay,
I'd like to move that we appoint Trustee Ryan and Trustee Muirhead to the committee.
okay.
Otterman?
Can I get a second for that?
Second Watanabe.
Okay, student trustee Suresh. Trustee Canova.
Yes.
Trustee Fairchild.
Yes.
Trustee Muirhead. Trustee Rotterman.
Yes.
Trustee Ryan.
Yes.
Trustee Watanabe.
Yes.
And I vote yes, that passes 7-0.
I'd also like to thank Trustee Fairchild.
Okay.
Yes, I would too.
Megan Fincher.
This item? Oh, we already.
It's
It's okay.
She's in support of it.
Yeah, I'm just, I wasn't able to attend the September 11th meeting when you guys approved this committee, and I wrote to you guys. I was at a Special Olympics event, so sorry, had to be somewhere else. But I just really want to thank all of you guys for establishing this committee. It's really just so important for parents, for students, for the staff, for just our whole school community, for students on IEPs, 504s. It really helped me to learn how to advocate for my children. I'm actually going through one of the hardest IEPs I've ever gone through in 16 years. And if I didn't have the CAC experience, I wouldn't know what to do. We haven't had parent engagement since before the pandemic. We just had a parent engagement opportunity at the end of September. It was well attended in the 9 a.m. session. The 5 p.m. wasn't as popular, so I do hope we'll have more in the upcoming ones. But I'm just really thankful for you guys just doing this for the students and for the community. And I'm here to help however I can, since I was participating in the old committee and I am serving as a rep at the SELPA level. So thank you again.
Thank you. Okay. Action item J1, Resolution 2561, resolution on limiting immigration enforcement on school grounds and safeguarding all students.
I'd like to make a motion to approve. Rotterman? I also have a question when we get to it.
Trustee Rotterman?
Yeah, I think this is something we always do, but I feel compelled to ask. I'm assuming this has gone through legal review and that we're on solid ground legally. And the second question, the follow-up question to it is, what type of professional development do we have planned so that people are comfortable, they know exactly what they can and can't do? Because this could be a very stressful situation at times. I want to make sure our employees are prepared. Thanks.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what, oh, thank you, with what Andy is saying. Because sometimes too, and I support this completely, absolutely. But in so doing, we may be making ourselves a target too. And so we do need to be well versed on what do we do across the district in regards to something like this. So I agree with what Andy's saying.
I was just, yes, Dr. Wright.
Yes, to your first question, it was reviewed through legal and it's legally compliant. In terms of professional development, we will meet as an executive cabinet and we'll certainly put something in place and get the communication out to staff to make sure that we're fielding questions and everyone feels comfortable with our procedures.
Okay, I have a motion from Trustee Rotterman and a second from Trustee Muirhead approving the resolution. Student Trustee Suresh. Trustee Canova.
Yes.
Trustee Fairchild.
Yes.
Trustee Muirhead.
Yes.
Trustee Rotterman.
Yes.
Trustee Ryan.
Yes.
Trustee Watanabe.
Yes.
And I vote yes, it passes 7-0 with Student Trustee Suresh also voting yes. Action item K1 was pulled. Item K2, correction to the 2024-2025 certificated stipends.
Motion to approve, Rotterman.
Second Watanabe?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Trustee Canova. Trustee Fairchild.
Yes.
Trustee Muirhead.
Yes.
Trustee Rotterman.
Yes.
Trustee Ryan.
Yes.
Trustee Watanabe.
Yes.
And I vote yes, that passes 7-0. L1, resolution number 2559 for change order number 1 to Silicon Valley Paving Incorporated for site improvements for the Laurelwood Elementary School project at the Patrick Henry site.
Motion to approve, Rotterman.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Student trustee Suresh.
Yes.
Trustee Canova.
Yes.
Trustee Fairchild.
Yes.
Trustee Muirhead.
Yes.
Trustee Rotterman.
Yes.
Trustee Ryan.
Yes.
Trustee Watanabe.
Yes.
And I vote yes, that passes 7-0 with student trustee Suresh also voting yes. Item M1, a report from the Director of Facility Development and Planning. Any questions or comments from the board? No? Okay. M2, report Director of School Bond Projects. Anyone have comments or questions? Nope. Okay. All right, so the planning item is B1, P1, first reading, board. Huh? Is it, oh, sorry, N1. First reading of the board policy updates recommended from the policy committee. And again, we pulled board policy 4158. Any questions or comments about the policies? They'll come back. If not, no? Anyone online? I can't. Oh, no, it doesn't look like it. Okay. All right. Any public comment on unagendized items? Anyone in the Zoom? No? Okay. Okay, so we'll go now to items from the board. Trustee Rotterman.
Yeah, I had the privilege of organizing the community village at the Parade of Champions, which meant I didn't get to see our illustrious superintendent go down through the parade route, but was busy. But you did. I heard you did a great Diana wave. Don't have a lot. There's a lot been going on, but I don't have a lot I feel like I need to share. One thing, if you put on your calendars, if you have an interest, I am running a blood drive on November 5th from 11 to 5. If you have an interest in that, reach out to me through the school district email or whatever technique you want. With that, thank you.
Student trustee Suresh.
I don't have anything much that I've been working on for the past few weeks, but in the upcoming weeks, I do plan on meeting with the other student senates, and I'm also preparing for our meeting with the superintendent as well.
Thank you. Trustee Muirhead.
Thank you. So I attended the our district's community arts breakfast, and that was a wonderful event. It wasn't as well as attended as I had hoped, but we heard some amazing mariachi music coming from our Bookser musicians, and that was awesome. And I had some great conversations with some people who were there. So I thought it went really well. So I was glad to be there. I was at the Santa Clara Parade of Champions. I was running the brand new sports fan zone. If any of you got over there, I hope you did. It was amazing. So I also did not see the parade or our staff, but I heard some great things, and we had lots of kids from our school district community who were in the parade in one way or another. And that was just wonderful to see the excitement of everyone about being there. So that was a great day, and I'm looking forward to next year having even more kids involved.
Thank you. Trustee Watanabe.
Thank you, President Lieberman. So let's see, I also attended the arts breakfast and was very pleased to hear the mariachi band and hear from Dr. Wright and talk about the growth of art, and also exploring other ways that the school district can participate in expanding the art program.
I went to Montague Elementary. They had a garden cleanup day and I got to get my hands dirty helping plant all kinds of vegetables, which I wasn't expecting to do, but it was a lot of fun working with the kids. They were just really into it. And you're not timing me. So let me see. Last Friday, I went to the Santa Clara County School Board luncheon. And this is, I think it's a quarterly luncheon where school board trustees get together and just socialize over lunch and just talk about what's going on in their districts. It's monthly? Oh, okay. Well, then they're leaving me off their list. Okay. But I just have to say, because this was something that I had brought up at our special board meeting when we were talking about the right sizing of the district. And one of the things I had mentioned was possibly looking at how the city and the school board could work together in terms of sustainability and just how we can make possibly our city a more family-friendly city. Well, wouldn't you know that at the meeting on Friday, one of the lunch and learn topics that the group is talking about doing in the upcoming future is a meeting regarding board and city council working together. So I was very pleased to know that I was not the only one that was thinking along those lines. Lastly, I just want to say, you know, there's just a lot going on in the world today around us, in our community. And I just want to remind parents to talk to your kids. Because you know, they hear things from a lot of different sources, and I really think now more than ever we need to just check in with our kids, see what's on their minds, see what their concerns are. I had a long conversation with my daughter this afternoon. She's 24 years old, and she was just very emotional, telling me about how the world around her is just affecting her. So and just, you know, it was a great listening moment, and just, but at the same time thinking about how I can help my daughter. So I just want to express that to all parents. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Trustee Canova.
See, I stopped the timer so you wouldn't have an annoying beep. What was that? Nice. I agree. I really like what we did on tonight's agenda in terms of the resolution 2561, in terms of immigration enforcement on our campuses. You know, our students should feel safe, their parents should feel safe, staff should feel safe. I mean, what a time we live in. You know, I have so many friends and even clients that don't watch the news anymore. They can't take it. They just can't tolerate it. I mean, they're tuning out. They're watching a live stream all the time. They just can't take what comes into us on a daily basis. And it's affecting our kids. It's affecting all of us. I think the solution to this is community. It's around us. It's us sticking together. It's decisions like what this board just made here. It's an important decision. You know, we're saying that these campuses, our kids, our families matter to us. We'll get through this, but what a difficult time in our history.
Trustee Ryan.
I'll just keep it very brief. Also, as many other trustees were able to do, attended the arts breakfast. Was amazed at the mariachi band, as others have already mentioned. Also, was so excited to see the artwork from our New Valley students displayed as part of the breakfast. That was a nice way of incorporating a different type of art from our students into the breakfast. And I had so many ideas about collaboration that I'm hoping we will to expand our different collaborations. The table I sat at had a number of great ideas, and looking forward to doing more with that. And then also was able to attend 2 different community meetings about some upcoming building projects in our district. And it was great to hear the community's feedback on those. And I know we're going to be getting more as these projects move forward. So always wanting to do what's in the best interest of our students, and also ensuring that we can be great neighbors to our community as well. So thank you.
Thank you. I know Trustee Fairchild said she had nothing to report. So I will be brief. I attended the Congressman Ro Khanna's town hall at Cupertino High School. and late September, and it was an education themed town hall where he honored some exemplary Hispanic educators in his district, a couple from Sunnyvale. So that was really nice to see, given that it's Hispanic Heritage Month. So for him to highlight our Hispanic educators, that was a highlight. And he spoke directly about immigration and other threats facing California and our education system. So keep your eye out for additional, he does them monthly. They rotate at different sites. So keep your eye out for those and attend if you can, because they're very informative, and he does take questions from constituents. So it's an opportunity to engage with your congressperson. I also attended the Arts Breakfast, and just another shout out for the Buxer Mariachi Band, just incredible. They're amazing. I know Principal Ponzio said that they will be doing a concert, I believe, at some point in the near future. So if you can catch that, I highly recommend it. They are a new group, but they're amazing. I also attended the New Valley High School community meeting at Wilson earlier this week. And I look forward to hearing more from the community at our next engagement session. And just to encourage families and staff to engage with us with the surveys that are out there on right sizing and the calendar. We put those out because we want to hear from you. So please give us your feedback. And then tomorrow morning, I will be joining Ms. Meltzer at Scott Lane for my first site visit of the year. So I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, Trustee Rotterman.
I just wanted to say one thing because I forgot it and I think it's important. I'd like to thank Peterson's music program and the teacher there. I can't say his last name, but Oscar. And for doing the opening, the music for the opening ceremony for the Parade of Champions. He got his kids up there, handled all the logistics for it. It was really phenomenal, and they did a great job. I know we've heard about some others, but that's another one of our music groups that's done a fantastic job. With that, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn, please.
Trustee Watanabe.
Thank you. So I just want to add, you mentioned about Congressman Khanna's upcoming town hall. It's actually going to be at George Main Elementary
Oh, perfect.
in North San Jose on October 26th. I think it's at 1:30 in the afternoon to 3 o'clock or thereabouts. So yeah, but it's at
Perfect.
George Main.
Yeah,
Motion to adjourn, Rotterman.
I was going to say, do we
Again,
all
Mayor
want to be here? Okay, good. All right. Student Trustee Suresh. Trustee Canova. Trustee Fairchild.
Yes.
Trustee Muirhead.
Yes.
Trustee Rotterman.
Yep.
Trustee Ryan.
Yes.
Trustee Watanabe.
Yes.
And I vote yes. That passes 7-0 with Student Trustee Suresh also voting yes. We are adjourned at 8:30. Thank you, everyone.